Hello there, it is Tyler here, and today, to celebrate the release of my EP, In the Box, which is out now streaming wherever. I have a video on this channel and everything like that, so feel free to listen to and enjoy that. But to celebrate that, I've put together a sample pack of a lot of the effects and whoosh sounds and things like that, and that will be available as a free download. All of it being stuff that I used on the EP for different songs and just sampled out for whatever uses you might want. I did things like whooshes. That's kind of the initial thing that made me think it might be good to bounce some of these things out, because I just sort of put together different sorts of noises and things to whoosh around, and as I was bouncing things out, I thought it might be useful to cut this up into individual sounds of what was going on for use later in other songs or anything like that. And I did a lot of sorts of things with bit crushing and other interesting sorts of things, like I made glitches out of the actual tracks of the songs, shrunk down into just little tiny blips. So that's a few of these songs entirely just squished down into those little blips to be used, and it just sounds like a glitch, but it's actually a glitch with purpose, which is kind of fun in the EP. I kind of did a lot of concepts and things like that that entertained me while I wrote it, so fun production stuff that if you listen to the EP, you'll kind of get the idea of some of that. I did things like chopping things from the songs. One of them is called GrossNet, so in that, this is kind of a chop and gate on a sample of one of the songs themselves, used in that song for other reasons, and I put that together as kind of a loop that you could then use in SliceX, which these are the presets saved as well. That's included in the pack, and you can put those into a SliceX and do things like this. And I just kind of use that like a hat. I was just kind of fiddling around with this song. I don't know what will come of that, but it's just a quick example of something you can do, and I did that for the other little chirps and things like that that are used in places, and that can be kind of fun. There's some flourishes with synth ARP sort of things going down and moving around, kind of a whoosh as well. Then there's some sort of distorted whooshes that kind of growl. In addition to just whooshing, it's kind of a noise that I filtered really hard and distorted a bunch. So another fun thing to just sample and have to be able to drag in and do things like take it, and even with any of these samples, you could go ahead and get your stretch on there and stretch it out, change your gain on them. And that's kind of interesting. You can do other things with it, obviously. It's just an idea of some of the things you can do. This is basically how I made a lot of these sounds initially. I just kind of then took them and processed them so they're not quite so noisy or nasty for whatever reason. But it was a cool way to kind of explore different things for sound design that wasn't necessarily normal. It was kind of out of the box, in fact, perhaps ironically. But just doing things like stretching things out, shrinking them down, putting high resonance in spots and just distorting sometimes, or bit crushing and stuff like that. I did that to get a lot of these things, and it just sort of made some cool sounds that I thought would be worth sampling out for future use, and if anybody else can use them, it might be a fun thing to do. There's also some vocal things that stretched, and similar things happen to those, and then a few things where all those effects are combined. And just sampled out together. So just some fun little utility bits, some noise, swooshy things and stuff like that that can be fun just to add in and move between different parts of a song with, for instance. But yeah, just a good thing to go ahead and pick through, download it for free, and just kind of go with it. I would appreciate, of course, if you listen to the music as well, as I think it turned out pretty cool. And I do have some other things kind of in the oven, so to speak, in terms of music, as well as other tutorials and some more free downloads kind of like this as well, which if anybody else has ideas for things that they might want me to try to make and then have available for you, feel free to leave a comment, and please do like this video as well. And while you're at it, maybe even subscribe to the channel. It could be fun. But anyways, thank you very much for watching and hopefully listening to In the Box EP. But yeah, for now, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.